Okay, what if I told you there's a mystery happening right now that basically throws everything we think we know about physics right out the window? Today, we are digging into something that just shouldn't be possible: the vanishing Sentinel of Giant's Causeway.
You know, everybody loves a good locked room mystery, right? But just imagine for a second that the thing that escapes isn't a person, and the room isn't just locked. It's sealed, completely, in solid rock. And here's the real kicker. That rock hasn't been touched, hasn't been disturbed for 60 million years. Yeah. So we're looking at a puzzle that goes way beyond a simple locked door. It messes with our understanding of geology, of time, maybe even reality itself. All right, let's get right into the event that kicked this whole thing off. Deep under the ground, something that you could only describe as a sentinel, a guard, seems to have just walked off its post. The problem, that post was inside solid, unbreakable rock. So our story takes us to the world-famous Giant's Causeway in Ireland. It's a place that's already full of myths and legends. But this new discovery, it's confronting scientists with a real-life paradox that honestly has no logical explanation. So here's the bottom line. Deep inside the Earth, radar detected 7 ancient figures. And now, one of them is just gone. And I don't mean it moved. It's gone.
To really get how totally bizarre this is, we've got to go back to the beginning. I mean, how on earth did they even find these things in the first place?
You know, the first clue was almost completely missed. A mapping drone was flying along the coastline, and it captured something, well, something impossible. An unnaturally perfect seam in the rock face. It looked, for all the world, like a massive sliding stone door that had been hidden for who knows how long.
So naturally, the researchers brought in some heavy-duty tech, ground-penetrating radar. It basically lets you see what's hidden deep underground. And what they saw was, and I'm using their word here, shocking. They weren't just looking at a normal cave. They were looking at a chamber, and there was something inside.
Seven distinct shapes that were clearly not just rock formations. 7 things just standing there in the pitch black, entombed in rock.
The radar scans gave them these incredible details. We're talking about 7 figures, each one about 8 feet tall, and all of them were standing perfectly upright. Now get this, they weren't just in a cave. The scan showed they were literally encased within the solid volcanic basalt, where they had apparently stood completely undisturbed for eons. And that word, eons, well, it barely even does it justice. This is where the story gets really mind-bending. The timescale we're dealing with is just immense.
Look, this isn't just a guess. Geologic dating is some pretty precise science. They analyze radioactive elements in the rock, and those elements decay at a perfectly known rate. It's like a geological clock. And the test confirmed that the clock started ticking when the molten basalt cooled down and hardened around these figures, about 60 million years ago. They didn't go into a cave. The rock literally formed around them.
Let's try to put that number in perspective, okay? 65 million years ago, the dinosaurs died out. Just 5 million years after that, this chamber was sealed. Modern humans like us, we wouldn't even start to evolve for another 59.8 million years. That's the staggering, almost unimaginable amount of time we're talking about here.
So you've got this incredible ancient discovery, sealed away for an absolutely epic amount of time. The logical next step would be to, carefully plan how to open it. But that's exactly when this whole story took a seriously terrifying turn.
Before they could even think about trying to open the door, the team ran some routine follow-up scans, just to gather more data. They fully expected to see the same 7 figures they saw the first time. They did not.
The way the researchers worded it tells you everything you need to know about their shock. The figure hadn't fallen over, it wasn't hidden from view. According to all their data, it had just ceased to be there. It just vanished from inside a sealed tomb of solid rock. And this right here, this is the paradox. There's no way around it. The scans are crystal clear. First there were 7, now there are 6. But the geology is also crystal clear. That massive stone door is still sealed shut, and it has been for millions of years. Which leaves us with one single impossible question. How?
So this leaves the entire scientific community, and us, with a question that just has no answer right now. I mean, is it a glitch in some incredibly complex radar data? Maybe. Is it some kind of geological phenomenon we've never even heard of? It's possible.
But whatever it is, it challenges everything we think we know.
If the chamber was never opened, where did it go? There's no logical answer. There's no exit, there are no other tunnels, there's just 60-million-year-old rock. So this isn't just a story about an ancient discovery anymore. It's a story about a locked room, 6 remaining Sentinels, and the chilling possibility that one of them is now out.